Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order, please. This is the January 26th meeting of the General Governing Board. And if everyone would rise and help me with the Pledge of Allegiance, I would appreciate it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, we do have a quorum. We have 8 of our 9 members here. Director Vines is on an excused absence due to illness. And we'll move right into business, and that is the November 17th Governing Board regular meeting minutes. Are there any changes or corrections to those? Okay, seeing none, they will stand as written. Next is a good pleasure for me, and I'm going to walk over to the podium if you don't mind. One of the clubs that brings a lot of value to Sun City West is the Auto Restoration Club, and you can tell by their great building over there that they really enjoy getting in there and working on cars, old and new. And I want to recognize the fact that they are going to provide us with a check this morning. And Dick, as chairman of the B&F committee, would you join me? Dean Llewellyn, who is the past president, and Tom Jones, who is the current president, will present a large format check in the amount of $25,000 to the rec centers of Sun City West as an additional payment on their building loan. This will bring the total for 2022 to $75,000. The balance owing on the building is $4,049. So, $500,000. Let's do that. Because this number is out to like the 4th decimal, so. The original debt was $1.4 million. All right, thank you. We're going to get a picture on this?
We always say at this time.
Hang on a minute, we'll get a picture.
We always say at this time, we're only one check away from writing the whole thing off. Tim said about everything I was going to say, but we did, by the way, one thing I want to add, at the end of the year, we did give a donation to the Arizona Fire and Medical Association, to the Sun City Posse, and to the Sun City Prides. All those people work hard every day to keep our community safe, secure, and beautiful. So we had a pretty good year last year. We hope to have another good year this year. We got our car shows coming up weekend after next. And the thing that I ask you to help us do is don't let it rain. We've never had rain at our car show. And we don't really, it's a rain or shine car show, so let's hope it doesn't rain. But anyhow, thank you for your support from the board and from the governing board. And we're really happy to be here. And let's have a safe, happy, and fun New Year 2023.
Thank you, Dean and Tom. Okay, moving right into business. Director Brown, you have a...
Thank you, President Tim. I move to accept the December 2022, January 2023 end-of-month report consent agenda as filed information.
All right, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, I do want to let the audience know that all of these end-of-month reports are attached to the agenda that's on board docs, and if you have any trouble getting on board docs, our very able executive assistant can help you with that. Okay? All right, next filing. Mr. Rhodes.
This is a motion to have the financials for October, November, and December accepted. They were accepted by the Budget and Finance Committee, and they have been filed.
Okay, no board action required on that. Thank you. All right, moving right along. 6.01, back to you, Mr. Rhodes.
This is a policy review. It was basically a joint collaboration with our accounting and finance staff. They are actually the ones that came to us and wanted to work with us to change this. And it is to include landlord fees and member fee refunds. It was kind of an artifact that we didn't have sufficient procedures in place. So there are basically two changes to this. And
Dick, before you go on, would you read the motion, please?
oh, I'm sorry. I move that the governing board approve the in-gross revisions of Financial Policy 03, property owner changes in refunds of member dues and fees as redlined.
Do we have a second? Second. Jack seconded? All right. All right, now Dick, give it an
Okay,
explanation.
I'm sorry, I moved a little bit ahead of myself. This was a joint review with our budget and finance, or excuse me, with our finance staff and with our accounting staff. There was a gap in the policy that created an incredible amount of additional effort and situations for our accounting staff. There are two changes, and they all have to do with landlord fees and owner-member refunds. So when we included that, and it's actually in 2.0, all we had was a inclusion of landlord fees and member credit. And then by including that, it made the section 7.0 unnecessary and 7.8. So we deleted that. So again, this is an effort that we did to help simplify and make an all-inclusive policy that affected landlord fees and member credit refunds.
So Dick, was 7.0 landlord fees, is that a replacement for the old the red line?
Yes.
7.0?
Yes,
And 8.0 member credit, that's an addition.
yes.
Okay, thank you. Would you read the motion again, please, Dick?
I move that the governing board approve engross revisions of policy FI 03, property owner changes and refunds of member dues and refunds as redlined.
Okay, thank you. Are there any comments from the directors? Okay, seeing none, we'll take a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Continue right along, Mr. Rhodes.
Okay, my next motion is to, per the recommendation of the Budget and Finance Committee, I move that the governing board approve engross revisions to policy FI 13, collection policy, as redlined.
Okay. Do we have a second? Jack seconded. All right, Dick, would you explain what the changes are, please?
This was a policy that when we started to look at it, it just got deeper and deeper and deeper. And we ended up making referrals to our counsel, to Mr. Hazelwood. And when we sent the policy to him, he returned it as we have it here. So all of the changes and the revisions were generated by him. I think the key thing is that they included a policy on statute 33.1807 that had to do with homeowner and collections. So if you look at section 1.0, that first paragraph was deleted. And the paragraph that's right under that, pursuant to Arizona Plan Community, that's actually an excerpt from our council. There's another excerpt, and that is down at 3.3. and that includes a statute, a referral statute. And then the final is the inclusion of 3.3.4, which would be a part of paragraph 3.3. Anything below 3.4, 3.41, 3.42, 3.43, 3.44, and 3.45 are deleted, as is 3.5.
Okay, Dick, would you read the motion again, please?
Per recommendation of the Budget and Finance Committee, I move that the governing board approve in-gross revisions to policy FI13 collection policy as redlined.
Okay, we'll take a voice vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, Dick, your motion passes. One more time, Dick.
Okay, I have my final item on the agenda is item 6.03. It's a motion, it's per recommendation of the Budget and Finance Committee. I move the governing board approve in-gross revisions to FI Policy 15, preparation of the annual financial plan as redlined.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Was that Kay? Thank you. Explanation?
Yes, this is actually a return from the governing board. It was presented originally on October the 20th, and it was a return for clarification back to the Budget and Finance Committee. We struggled with this openly. This has been on our agenda a total of 3 times, and this is the 3rd time. The changes may sound semantical, but the Budget and Finance Committee was pretty adamant that they felt that they were necessary. The first thing that we wanted to do is to delete the second sentence in 3.0 and insert a version of that in 3.2, which is more appropriate because there is where that first sentence includes the time frame that the budget would be submitted in. So we wanted to substitute in 3.2, the presentation should contain at a minimum the methodology used, the previous year's actual figures, and the budget for the current fiscal year, proposed budget for the current fiscal year budget.
And this was made in coordination with staff at your
Yes,
meeting?
it was.
Okay. All right, thank you. Director comments, any comments? Jack?
So it has the previous 2 years' actual figures. Is it implied that it will then include the proposed budget?
Yes.
If you're stating one, why would you not state the other?
I don't understand.
You said the committee says they want 2 years' actual and the budget for the current year.
Right.
Are we assuming then that this presentation will also include the proposed budget?
This would be used for when he presents the proposed budget.
Okay, so the proposed budget will be separate.
Right.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
I do have a question, Dick. It says the prior 2 years' actual figures. Does that include the current year that we're in, the year-to-date figures with that?
Yes, up to the point that, I think it's 6 months, and then they project out 6.
Okay, thank you. No more comments? All right, we'll take a voice vote on this. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, Dick, your 3rd motion passes. Quick meeting. We're going to go right to board director comments. Roberta, do you have any comments? Harry? Jack? No. Ann?
No.
Dick?
No, I don't, thank you.
Sharon?
No.
Okay, okay. All right, I'll open it up if we have any member comments. And I see a familiar face coming up. Wonder what he wants.
Sell tickets. You already hit me up.
Once again,
Name and number, please.
I'm sorry, yes.
Come on,
I'll
you know the drill.
I'll read this, Tom Jones, 110-390.
Thank you.
Sorry for getting out of order. This is my first time, you know.
Yeah.
Do I have my 2 minutes up there?
Go ahead.
Don't need it. Uh, The Automotive Restoration Club, as you heard, is having our car show on February 11th, Saturday. And, oh, I see money in the air. I happen to bring some of the raffle tickets for the 2011 Camaro convertible that will be raffling off at 2:15 on that Saturday, 2 o'clock on Saturday at the car show. They are $20 each or 6 for $100. And we'll make sure that there's 6. If there's any questions, just come see me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments from the audience? Okay, this may be a new record. I'm going to adjourn the meeting at 9:16. Oh, wait a minute. Our next meeting is February 10th at 9 o'clock here in the lecture hall. That's the workshop, and the regular meeting is February 23rd, 9 o'clock here in the lecture hall. All right, the meeting is adjourned.